What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dirty Chan. Welcome to my Retro X Fleece Jacket 2025 user review. What I'm going to do today is go on the Patagonia website, go over the current rendition of the Retro X Fleece, go through some of the user reviewed comments, and then give you my take on what I think. I've owned the Retro X Fleece coming up on 4 years, I believe. I'll go over some of the comments and then I'll show you if they're true or not with my jacket. So let's just quickly go over the Retro X Fleece jacket for men's. So right now they have 4 different colors on their website. Natural with smolder blue. I actually like this color a lot and I am contemplating on picking up this one, but in the size large. I currently have this particular model in a size medium. The pocket is navy blue and the collar is also navy blue. But I do like this gray. So the problem with the medium is, for me, I'm 5'8", 180 pounds. The medium is kind of tight on the chest, but the sleeves fit just right. So you see how in this picture, the sleeves are very baggy, but the chest area looks like a normal jacket. And this model, 6 feet, and he's wearing a size medium. And it is a cropped fit. So this will end right where your hip bone is, and usually jackets will land right here in the middle of your pockets. But this one is just cut 2 inches shorter than normal. It's got a chest pocket, it's got 2 side pockets, and it's very fuzzy and soft on the outside. However, on the inside, they have a wind-resistant shell, so it's kind of not as soft as the outside. So if you're expecting fleece on the inside, this one does not have it. It has this membrane type of material right here. So I've definitely seen that in some of the comments down below, so hopefully when I go over the comments, it will come across that as well. So color-wise, I would go with the natural. And then there's a seabird green. This one is also very good. This is better for if you're gonna wear this jacket and do a lot of active outdoorsy stuff like hiking, running, because the natural color, the stains on here are very noticeable. I accidentally wore mine to a hiking trip and it rained, and some of the dirt got caught on this cream material, and it took like 2 or 3 washes to really get those deep dirt stains out. Whereas if you have a natural or a darker colored garment, it'll still get dirty, but they won't be as noticeable. And I'm pretty sure even if on the first wash you don't get the stains out, they won't be as noticeable. So a darker color is always good in that regard. This one, I do like how they paired the olive, the darker olive, with the darker fleece material. Goes well with that whole darker color vibe. And next we have one that is on sale right now. This is the brown tan on the gray pocket. This one is also a good colorway, but the brown is a bit trickier to wear. Not as versatile, but still pretty good sizes. I would say if you're 180 pounds and you like your clothing a bit looser, you can get away with a large or an XL. But if you're 180 and below, let's say 160 to 180, you're kind of in between a medium. And then anybody below 160 pounds, kind of go with a small if you want something well fitted. If not, go for the medium. And then the next color we have is the forage gray. And this is the current forage gray. Now I actually haven't seen this one in person. I've only ever seen this colorway online. So I can't say from personal experience how this looks in person, whether that current pattern is very noticeable or not. But this one is a good colorway. if you're just gonna wear it as like a beater jacket, again, this one is just a bit harder to style. So, you know, like typical Patagonia fashion, the harder to style items are on sale, 30% off. If you can wait, I would definitely wait until I think it was either midsummer. Other retailers, like I forgot the specific retailer, but I think it was either REI or another outdoors retailer. They had like a bigger sale on this jacket where you could get it for around $180 in a good colorway too. I think it was like extra 20 or 30% off Patagonia products, and this was an item that was available. So if you can wait, definitely wait and pick that up. So let's quickly just go over the size guide just to double check to make sure it's right. So I have a medium, 40-inch chest. I would say, yeah, fair enough. It's a little bit tighter than I think. So, you know, 44 is usually a good size if I want something oversized, 44 to 47. So, yeah, definitely I would subtract 1 or 2 inches from these, and it's pretty ideal, I would say. All right, so enough of that. Let's just quickly go over the contents real quick. So this is a windproof and warm for cool, blistery weather. So blistery, I would say it's 50-50 because rain doesn't really do too well with the fleece over time. When I first got it, rain would or light rain would bead on the fleece, but over time, you know, as that coating wears away, it gets more soaked in light rain. So I would definitely never wear this in the rain ever again. So this is purely for a windy day, dry, 40 to 50 degree type weather day. So this one is made out of 100% polyester. It's good because it's recycled, but the bad thing is if you wear this indoors during the winter, you're going to generate a lot of static. And if you don't like getting zapped, watch out for this. Regular fit, I would have to say for the body, yes, regular fit. But for the sleeves and the cut, it's more of a cropped fit because these sleeves are not proportional to the chest area. Yeah, these sleeves are just a little bit too big. So they say true to size for the most part, not the sleeves. All right, so specs, yep, wind blocking. Wind blocking is very good. I do not feel any wind penetrating the shell even after 4 years of wearing. There is a wind flap. Do I notice it? Guess not, but again, I never noticed any wind actually piercing through the jacket. So that wind flap is working. Wide joint to sleeve construction basically gives you a lot of mobility around the shoulder area, armpit area. Haven't had any issues with mobility with this jacket. I could cross my arms, put my hands up, no issues. Again, go through my channel, check out the Retro X Fleece jackets. It'll go more into detail. Pockets. So one vertical zip pocket on the chest. That one's very good. Hasn't broken on me yet. They do use YKK zippers. And the hand warmer pockets, they're not your typical hand warmer pocket because the typical hand warmer pocket is nice, fuzzy, soft type material. But the hand warmer type pockets they have in their jacket is just this protective membrane layer within the pocket. So it's kind of a, how do I put this? A rain jacket-esque type material with a little bit of suede feel to it. So it's softer than the rain type material, but it still has some body to it. So it is hip length. So be very, very careful of that. If you're 6 feet, this will hit pretty much where your belt is. And if you're, 5'8" like me, this fit is fine. It actually makes me look a little bit taller. So watch out for that. All right, so here I have the 5-star reviews, and let's just, go down this page and look through these reviews, and then, I'll give you my take on it. All right. So if they have constructive feedback, I'll address it. So this is a 5-star, happy customer, excellent product. All right, I'll skip that. Feels great, secure. So yesterday, a huge smile on my face. Exchanged my fleece. Bulged a lot. So this one is saying something about something else, and then it talked about the Retro X. Blah blah blah. So they're saying they're from Chicago and it's freezing and they love the sleeves. So yes, I do agree. They have great movement in the sleeves. And hand warmer pockets. Okay, so big thumbs up for the hand warmer pockets. Functional ventilation as well. So what they mean by that is the hand warmer pockets, when you open the pockets and you put your hands in your pocket, it's a direct access between the fleece and the shell. So it's a little layer where you could vent out some of the heat that the shell is holding. So that's a pretty cool feature that I never actively thought about using. So they say they keep them open when you need more breathability. And then there is a DWR finish, which again, yeah, keeps light rain from coming on inside. But yeah, that DWR does fade away, and it's pretty normal for it to fade away over time. You gotta constantly reapply it. And then they said, it fits me fine, even on the tall, longer arm side. Okay, that's very good. M is best for me, but if you're stocking larger in the belly area, you would want an L. So yep, I agree with everything they said about this jacket. But they said barely 20 Fahrenheit. So for this one, it really depends on your cold tolerance. For me to wear the Retro X fleece in 20-degree weather, I would have to layer it with probably some heat tech and a hoodie. Because, yeah, I get pretty cold easily. So 20-degree Fahrenheit with the Retro X fleece would not work for me personally. But for them, it sounds like it worked for them. All right, next one. 5 stars, just like the old days. They bought this fleece. It's sturdy and heavy. It's got some good weight to it, and I would say that's because of that inner shell. It gives it a lot of heft. And does keep away the wind, so that's good. I agree with that. Huge pockets. So pocket-wise, you could fit a water bottle lengthwise into these pockets. They are very generous. They are very generous. All right, windproof layer, big pockets. All right, so yeah, this one's pretty much, I agree with it. Generous pockets. But the one downside is if you do go with the medium, even though the pockets are big, they can't stretch outward as much because it's such a tight jacket. So make sure if you're going to layer, go up one size. Okay, so I'll probably do just one more and then move on to the mid reviews and then the bad reviews. Okay, so this one, again, another 5-star, thick and fuzzy pile. I would agree. The fleece pile on this particular jacket is very voluminous. It feels great, feels hefty, does not feel cheap at all. Like something you would get on, like, I hate to say this, Temu. Some of the fleece is just very light, very cheap feeling. The Retro X does not have that cheap feeling. All right, so this one, it feels soft and nice to the touch. I do agree, it does feel soft, but it's not as soft as something like the Cinchilla that you would have, or the high pile retro fleece better sweater. I would say just one step below in terms of softness. So they said, however, that added lining really ramps up the wind protection and warmth. I highly agree. The length is perfect, very nice. Shorter than expected, yeah. And then let's see. Doesn't feel bulky when seated and hangs just right. I agree. I do have to say, even though I sit down, there's not a lot of bunching up that happens, and that's because it's very cropped well. The collar, okay, it's like a scarf when it's zipped up. Yep, the collar is very sturdy. It does not, it does have some heft to it. And again, it's because of that inner layer that they have of this fleece. It's double backed along with this shell material on the outside. Again, gives you some nice wind protection and sturdiness. And then let's see, this is a lot of action. Okay. All right, jacket is flawlessly constructed. Print looks amazing. Zippers are robust. I agree. They initially ordered a medium, and then they were kind of in between sizes. So yeah, so they kind of like me went with the medium, and they've been okay with it. We could get a large, but it's not worth the hassle of getting another one. Not a lot of issues with the sleeves. So then they said, I decided to order another enlarge and assuage my concerns to see if it would be better. Without being too bulky, I ended up keeping the large and sending the medium back. Although it was a bit more relaxed and fit, I sized up as it isn't excessively bulky. So that's great. Yeah. And they've worn a chinchilla under it. That is crazy. Wow. Yeah, if I get a large, maybe I could wear my chinchilla under it. But I don't know about that. Yeah, they couldn't wear the chinchilla with the medium. So, yeah. Definitely, I would say if you try to wear a chinchilla under the Retro X, for me, with a medium, I wouldn't be able to zip it up all the way. All right, so let's get some middle of the pack reviews, and let's just wrap up this video. So, love the material, fit is weird. Love the windbreaker fleece. Unfortunately, large fits me like a trash bag, and medium tight across the chest. Yep. There you go. There you have it. A lot of people have that concern. And then they're 5'11", 165 athletic build. So, wow. Okay, yeah. That is one of my concerns, but it isn't a deal breaker for me. I would still give this 4 stars. Okay, returned after receiving. I thought the jacket would be very comfy. Outside is very fuzzy, correct. Inside, not very soft. It's more like a shell-type fabric that just wasn't for me. Others might not mind the rough material. Yeah, so the inside is a little bit coarse, but not uncomfortable and to the point where it's poking you. But I could see how someone buying a fleece jacket would want fleece on the inside and the outside. All right, last middle review, and then we'll go to the worst reviews. Need a tall, long version. Seems like it would be a nice jacket, but need a longer torso. I raise my arms and my midsection or front and back become exposed. Yeah, so again, the cropping of this jacket is very apparent. But then again, it is a retro style jacket, so you kind of have to take that into consideration and definitely try this out. Usually I buy something, I'll wear it for a week, and then I'll know if I like it or not. All right, let's go to the 1-star reviews. Limited sizing. Okay, yeah, so they don't offer generous sizing like other Patagonia products. They only go up to an XL, so definitely keep that in mind. And then let's see what else. Was hopeful, but ended up disappointed. So my sister scored this jacket in men's medium for $15. Wow. I now understand why someone wore it once and donated it. For over 20 years, I've been a medium in Patagonia, but the last 2 years, several pieces didn't fit. My body hasn't changed at all. Seems that Patagonia's mediums become smaller. They said it feels cheap, especially on the inside, which is not what I expect from Patagonia. Okay, it has a thick seam running perpendicular to the back. It's uncomfortable to say at least it wasn't field tested. And even if the jacket did fit, I wouldn't get past the back seam. Okay, so this back seam that they're mentioning, again, I haven't noticed that at all. And I've worn this jacket with just a t-shirt sitting down, and that back seam, I never noticed it. So maybe they got a product where the seam was just stitched incorrectly and it was just sticking out a lot, but that I haven't had any issues with, so I can't speak too much on that. But yeah, I'm glad this person wore the jacket and tested it out, because yeah, that's something to note. So I'll keep that in mind, and hopefully, when people are trying this on, they'll also keep that in mind as well. But again, I haven't noticed it. All right, next one. New version, not comfortable. I had the older version from 2 seasons ago, but the seam separated and I replaced it with the new version. After wearing it for only a day, it is not comfortable. That seam that goes from across to the back is not flat stitch. Okay, oh wow, so this person is having that same issue. Yeah, okay, so this seam seems to be sticking out. So maybe when you're sitting down, this thing is poking you. Wow, okay. So the one I got was from 2021, I believe, and I would say that was 2 seasons ago, and they didn't have that. So, yeah, maybe that is a downgrade on the newer models. Okay, disappointed in the design and fit. So this looks like this person is just not satisfied with the cropped fit of the Retro X Fleece. Yes, it is very cropped. Depending on your height and the size you get, yeah, it might ride up a bit. So hopefully this person can get a larger size and see if that helps. They also mentioned that the collar was stiff when they zipped it all the way up and it was rubbing against the neck, and it makes it uncomfortable and unappealing. Yes, I could definitely see that. The collar, when it's fully zipped up, is very stiff and sturdy. So if you aren't used to that, then yeah, it can be very irritating to the skin. And then lastly, what else did they say? Yeah, so again, this looks like maybe a sizing issue. Maybe if they had gotten a bigger size, it might be a bit longer and a bit wider in the neck area. All right, last 1-star review. Fits short and boxy, tall, slender man. Runs too short and wide. Yep, again, I would agree with this review. The sizing is retro, so you're gonna get something cropped, something wide, something relaxed fit looking almost. So hey guys, this is a 20-minute long in-depth review of the Patagonia Retro X Fleece. If you want more details on this jacket, look at my reviews on my channel. But this is pretty much the Patagonia 2025 Retro X Fleece user reviews, and that is it. Ciao guys.